All right, I got a question for you, all right? And
Okay.
there's some context behind this, but so today, I ran a half marathon. I drank two monsters. I
Congrats.
went
That's
out,
crazy to do.
thank you, thank you. I went out to Denny's and I had chocolate chip pancakes, and I was doing like a bunch of like creamer shots. You know how like Denny's has like the creamers on the side?
Yeah, but can you
And
elaborate what you mean by creamer shots? A little sus there.
yeah, I it's well, instead of putting the creamers in your coffee, I put it in my mouth. I think that's a little more sus too.
Okay.
The
All right.
vanilla creamer and
Okay.
the other one, the hazelnut, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing a bunch of those shots and what else? And I was like eating sugar packets and all that. And at some
Okay.
point, like I felt my heart rate go up really high. So, I was asking myself, what am I more likely to die from? Like a heart attack from like caffeine overload or like pre-diabetes? And I want you to answer that question for me. What do you think? If I were to die from one thing, what would it be?
Caffeine overdose or pre-diabetes?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like either. I don't know. It's just a matter of which one gets to you first.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with caffeine because you've been pretty good about your eating lately.
Okay. I like
I
that.
sound
Good.
like your
Good.
wife that like is like, don't eat that.
Yeah.
It's
You
bad for
know,
you. But yeah,
let me see that white
pre-diabetes.
monster in your pants.
She recorded the other day
Uh-huh.
my entire feed showing all your likes
Back to
Really?
back
back to back. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I hadn't told you, but I did. And I saw literally like four in a row where it was just like you had liked monster and white monster energy memes.
Dude,
And
that's
it's
like
always the one with
alright.
like they're in an ice tray or something, or it's in the ice and the person is like on an excursion and finds the white monster.
Oh yeah, like in the snow.
Uh-huh.
My favorite ones is when they put like the white monsters in a cooler, they freeze it up, and so like it's like ice, and then they use that ice to put it in another monster. So it's like monster with ice.
Friggin' post on Instagram and memes and stuff. So I don't know if people are aware of like what we're trying to do because there might be a little bit of a disconnect between what our strategic plan is and they see that we have a meme account and then like a serious account that deals with finance. It doesn't
Right.
make sense to the average person just viewing our stuff. But it's what we're trying to do is we're trying to create a platform that essentially is like a TikTok slash Duolingo in one, so that you can have all this information on one app. So in order to do that, rather than pay for marketing, since we're just starting, we're trying to post crazy stuff that is meme worthy in a way that goes viral that allows us to then upsell that into our other platforms by getting people to just see it, really just
Right.
have eyeballs on our stuff. And you've been doing some pretty good ones
Yeah, I
where like
know.
they're really funny. And then all of a sudden you get like 1,000 views, 2,000. I go, okay. But then I see the exact same video 4 hours later on another Instagram account and they have like 1 million views.
You know what's crazy? That our most popular video, is some guy like sucking like a nurse's finger off, or like at the dentist.
Yeah.
You know, when you posted that, I was like, okay, that's funny, but you have way funnier ones on here.
Yeah, huh? I can't believe that was the one. Very confident in my Panthers. Number
Okay.
one's a great team.
He said no one ever. Very confident in the Panthers. Saw Trump did that. I mean, he didn't dump it today, but he literally tweeted this morning slash mid afternoon, like something about his coin. He's got a coin that's just called
Uh,
it's titled Trump, and he tweeted about it saying like Trump is the best or something like that, and
uh,
the friggin' coin went up 10% right away. And then even after I checked like 2 hours ago, it's still up like 4%.
that's crazy.
It,
So, like,
it's just crazy how like anyone can do that. Which is, you know what? It's kind of sad because then this is the whole problem with what we're trying to solve with our company here. Like Otter Ventures is built on the ignorance that people have, but it's not their fault because there's these examples of things happening like this Trump coin or like the Hawk Tuah coin or like the people that were in crypto that ended up going in jail with um whatever that was called, the with Sam Bankman-Fried and all them.
yeah, that
So
guy
when
was
people see
crazy.
this and that's they're all they have, their only impression of all this stuff, then
What?
yeah, of course they're gonna be reluctant to be like, I don't know if I would trust the stock market. I don't know if I trust all this information. I don't know if, you know what I mean? Like it's all good information, but I don't blame people for feeling scared that they're gonna lose money when this is all they're
Right.
seeing in the news, you know?
That's
What
facts. Dude, I can't believe the president of the United States has his own coin. Like,
what
I wonder if like his cabinet like genuinely thinks like that's gonna take off and people are gonna get rich off of it. I don't know.
what
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that, but what
Yeah.
Yeah.
what I don't really feel really good about a president tweeting about a meme coin, even if it is under his name or whatever. I feel like
Right.
that should definitely call for the SEC to be like, dude,
You
wouldn't
can't
be doing that. Not as the president, especially.
Right.
Because then it's like, to my point, everyone that was already reluctant to invest and so forth, now you got the president tweeting about this. Like, no thanks. I'm not really for that.
Right.
So I think it's wrong. But other than that, like, just in general, there's definitely a fear out there. I mean, I was talking to some of my coworkers the other day, and they were like, "I don't really want to invest in a Roth IRA because I'm scared of losing money."
Dang.
I was like,
that's
if that's the impression that most Americans have about things like a Roth IRA, which I'm sure that if you kept money in your Roth from like 20 to 65 or whatever, I'm pretty sure that the chances of making money are almost 100%.
Right.
Then like that is not a good thing. That is horrible way of thinking. And it's not their fault, but that is a very scary thing.
That's facts. The new Disney news came out recently, right? So they showed off some clips of Lilo and Stitch. They announced what, like a movie or two coming out in like 20 million years from now? What,
yeah,
like
I
a movie?
just
Saw it today on
What, like a
there's
movie?
this one Twitter account. I mean, you can go on there. It's called The Numbers. It's a website
Uh,
that shows you live box office numbers for movies that come out. So you can literally see in real time how much the movie's making domestically and internationally.
right.
Snow White recently came out, and
It was a
we
huge
all know the
controversy behind that.
controversy. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And the budget was 208 million. Most of the time, when a movie comes out during its first weekend, it either passes the amount of money it made for the budget and becomes profitable literally in the first weekend, or it gets pretty damn close. Normally,
Right.
that's how normally movies work, especially in today's. Even with the movie theaters,
That's
oh
right.
no, even with the movie theaters being the way they are, that's normally how it works. Budget was 206 million. A movie made 42. At, at,
Yeah, that's true.
at 42 million. So it literally made one fifth of its budget. I mean, if that doesn't say that's a flop, I don't know what will, because to put that in perspective, I know these are bigger movies and so forth, but Inside Out, I think Inside Out had like a $200 million budget. First weekend alone, I think it almost made 500 million. Like it almost doubled it or something crazy like that. And that's how normal movies normally go. So
Right.
yeah, that was a huge flop, and hope they figure that part of it out. I mean, I don't know if it was just the actress herself that no one liked, that they were like, nah, screw this, I'm not gonna go watch that because of the comments that were being made.
I
But
think it's 100% because of that.
really,
Yeah.
why would you not watch it? Because of the actress?
I never said I wasn't gonna watch it. I mean, like, it's just a movie that never caught my interest to begin with, but like, if you were to ask me, like, out of nowhere, for whatever reason, like, let's go watch it, like, I'll watch it. But
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe because of the actress, but
market futures come out at normally 3 p.m. the day before
Mhm.
on every day except Friday and Sunday, obviously, because Friday it's not open on Saturday, and Sunday the market or Saturday the market's not open for Sunday. But
Right.
Sunday, Monday's open, for Monday, Tuesday's open, and so forth.
Uh-huh.
3 p.m. the day before, and it literally goes from 3 p.m. until market open, where people can basically start buying stocks all over the world or market. They're called futures. So it's a
Right.
special kind of thing. Um, but you can basically see what the stock market's going to do.
Is it
So
kind of like
like,
in gambling where, like, if you don't want to bet on a money line, you can bet on, like, a future, which is like, let's say, like, you're betting on a boxing match and you don't want to bet on the winner. You can bet, like, on the round they win. Is it kind of something like that?
oh, you know what? That's a pretty good way of that's a good challenge. Try to contextualize it in terms of sports and so forth. I would probably say it's like um I guess, yeah. So it'd be like instead of betting on a prop bet on like a player, I guess, yeah, then you're
Yeah,
just betting on. No, you know what it'd be like? It'd be like betting on a team to make the Super Bowl, for example, early in the season, like or midway through the season, and the
gotcha.
odds are
Okay.
changing throughout. So it's like you're basically betting on the stock market being up, the Dow Jones, for instance, being up 5%. I mean, no, that's too crazy. Being up like 1% tomorrow morning, and
Mhm.
it's not even that day. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then it could change. So like if Trump announces right now for whatever reason that um we're gonna raise tariffs again on some country, then like even though the stock market currently technically is not moving,
Uh-huh.
the futures will move down, indicating that the stock market will open red when it does
Gotcha.
open at 6:30. Yeah,
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
yeah.
Wow. I can't believe you
Everything.
got that.
So yeah, I think right now they're let me see here. They're down. Oh no, it's up. Like I said, oh, 147 points
Is
for
that
the
good?
Nasdaq. That is a almost 1% increase. That's great.
So like what's an average average indicator and what's a good indicator? Like you made it sound like 147 points was like the best thing ever to happen. At least maybe just for today or whatever. So like what's
Yes.
average? Like if it goes up like half a percent?
I would say on a daily basis, the market probably moves up and down between half to 1.5%, depending on the news. If something crazy comes out, then it can move up or down like 2 or 3%.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's better news than usual, just because the market, like I'd mentioned before, since the start of the year when Trump got elected, the Nasdaq is, which is the one with all the tech stocks in it,
Uh-huh.
it's down like 11%.
Okay. Wow. That's crazy.
So for it to be up almost a percent, and then Friday it went from being down a lot to going up. I think a lot of people are starting to predict that this is the end of what's called a bearish market. Bearish is a term used to describe stocks going down because when a bear attacks you, what does it do? It slashes down, right?
Yeah, and eats you and stuff like that, yeah.
It, it eats you.
Yeah, it eats you. Bears eat
Yeah,
people,
it
right?
does eat you, right. But
And
the
honey?
way the way the reason they use it to determine something going down or being worth less or losing value is because a bear, when it scratches you, it goes from the top and it slashes down.
Hmm.
When something's going up in value, it's bullish, which is when a because a bull, when it charges at you, it throws it charges at you and it swishes up with its horns, you know?
Yeah.
So that
It makes a lot
but
of
if you ever
sense.
hear the yeah, if you ever hear the terms, and this is in everything, if you ever hear the terms bullish or bearish, you know that like, oh, bullish means that they think it's gonna be increasing in value, bearish is gonna decrease in value. So anyway, the market's been very bearish because of the whole tariff thing, mainly just the tariff thing, honestly. That's been the big thing. And the fear of a recession. But a lot of people are starting to feel like we had mentioned, we talked about this. We felt like it was a little bit of an overreaction, and a lot of people agree because thank
What?
you. The market is starting to find a bottom, I think. I think it's starting to go back up.
Jesus Christ. I'm more pissed off about the Panthers than
Then the stock market.
than the stock market right now. Man.
So yeah, I think we're back. I think we're back on our way up here soon.
Okay,
Just my
that's good
opinion
news.
though. So, but yeah, the market's up a little bit, looks like in the futures.
We should come up with a term and call it otterish. What would something otterish be? Very silly, very unique.
Otterish for what?
Yeah. Like
What like to
we
describe what?
I don't know, like describe like maybe a silly move in the stock market or like some like a pump and dump. Like someone gets scammed. That's very otterish.